Hi, and welcome to Rise, Heal, and Grow. I'm Leah M. Hill. This show is a podcast production of Apollo Sunrise Center, which is a holistic wellness retreat center in Merrimack, Massachusetts, offering interactive experiences for learning, transformation, and growth. On this show, we shine the light on those who nurture wellness and inspire positive change. My guest today is Thu Pham. She is the founder of Kintsugi Wellness in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Welcome, Thu.
Thank you so much for having me, Leah.
Oh, thank you for being here today. I want to talk about your business, but this is fairly new for you, I think. You had a long career before that, before opening your business, and then you transitioned from corporate world into wellness. How did that happen?
A little bit long, but I was in corporate accounting for over 25 years, and during that time, I had established a pretty stable career. During that time, I was checking all the boxes off, and I felt pretty accomplished. And I was teaching yoga, I was traveling, and also taking classes, some training at the time. And during the course, I felt like my life was pretty aligned. And then COVID hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It changed a lot of people's lives right there.
Yes, and for many of us, life was on hold.
Right.
Yeah, so that gave me space to really sit down and reflect on what life meant for me and what I wanted out of the rest of my life.
Wow. And that led you into wellness and to opening Kintsugi Wellness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what Kintsugi is, where that name came from.
Yes. So Kintsugi is a Japanese art form that involves mending broken pottery with gold.
Oh,
So-
with gold?
Yes.
Like liquid gold that's like used to hold it together?
To hold, yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
the gold is where the masterpiece is. Yeah. So in our healing journey, oftentimes we struggle. We have difficulties through many different parts, and it's in the resilience we start to build strength and a lot of patience, and that is where all the gold comes from.
Oh,
Yes.
that's beautiful. So
Yes.
taking something that you think is completely destroyed, like a piece of broken pottery, mending it back together with gold.
Yes.
And the gold is the journey, the work. Is that what
Yes.
you're talking about? That kind
Exactly.
of brings it back together, but also holds it together in a new way,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that's where the beauty comes from.
That's where the beauty comes from. Wow. So tell us how you represent that and offer that in your business.
Yes. So my space offers a place where people feel safe to really unwind and find healing, whether they're navigating through chronic pain or recovery, postpartum perhaps.
Okay.
Or even a different way to find relaxation. There are different ways to help with the healing process, and everybody's journey is very, very unique.
Yeah.
So I find that with each person who comes through, we are able to tailor towards each person's needs.
Oh, that's good, because I know that, really some people don't know how to relax, right? Yes. Some people just don't know how to let go.
Yes.
And so you offer different things. Like, can you give an example of maybe something that really helped someone who wasn't able to really let go to just, after meeting with you and kind of, I assume you just determine what the person might need or might want to try when they're there?
We'll go through a consultation process first.
A consultation, okay.
Yes, and from there, based on their needs, we might work on PEMF, which is pulse electromagnetic fields, and that helps reduce pain, inflammation, really bring down the nervous system, and really bring healing at a cellular level. So we'll work with that. Sometimes we'll pair that with hydrogen therapy. We'll introduce inhalation through cannula, and through that we bring hydration to the cells, bring down oxidative stress.
Wow. So this is very deep level
Yes.
physical healing wellness. Wow. Okay. So it's different from what we think of as massage or, other kinds of modalities where this is just really going into the cells at the deepest level. So definitely can help people who might be struggling with pain, right?
Yes.
Chronic pain.
Yes.
What about emotional issues? Does it help with that too?
Yes, absolutely. Brings down really brings you to a grounding level. So sometimes people come in, they don't realize that they are carrying all this weight, and after a session they're able to open up and feel more at ease in the body.
Okay.
And some people walk out feeling like they just got a massage. So it's very different.
So it's still very relaxing, but relaxing
Yes.
from the inside maybe.
Yes, and some people experience some trauma, so they're not comfortable with touch. So this
Okay.
is a great way for them to
right.
bring a little bit of relaxation to different parts of the body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
And we think of it as like recharging your cell phone. So we work the same way. And
Okay.
through stress, through our daily lives,
Right.
and everything that we're exposed to, we're drained and depleted in that sense. So we need to recharge.
You need to recharge, just plug in and,
Correct.
receive something. That's great.
Yes.
So you often talk about how healing is just not something that we need to rush to fix. Like
Yes.
it's not about fixing and rushing into some modality or something that we need to do for ourselves to hurry up and heal and get past this trauma or this grief that we might be struggling with or the physical pain.
Yes.
So how does that work for you? Does that mean that people have to kind of commit to a longer like sessions with you or over a period of time? How does that work?
It's very individual. I think each person comes in with something they're looking for, maybe some chronic pain or something they're trying to overcome, and it's very personal. We can go through very different emotions, and that takes time to really dive into too. I think oftentimes we're constantly on the go, that we forget to pause and really be in our bodies and to really make sense of what we feel. And when we slow down, we can process a lot deeper.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what people kind of forget, when they're in that go mode that you're talking about, is that, they don't want to take that pause because then you're left with your own thoughts, right?
Yes.
You're kind of like, well, now I have to feel all the things that I really didn't want to feel or was feeling. But what you're saying is that is the journey to the healing.
But at the same time, it's very unique because it's so interesting because we start to see how the physical body relates to the emotional.
Okay.
And most of the time when we have a client on the table, we think it's physical and we try to work through that process. But in the end, there's a deeper story behind that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yes.
I believe that our emotional stresses, our emotional traumas over a long period of time do a lot of times create physical illness and disease that we struggle with. So your work will help kind of get through those layers, if you will. So, but you do focus on the nervous system a lot because that's our regulation system, right?
Correct.
Maybe if you can explain a little bit about that. But how would someone know if their nervous system is dysregulated?
Yes. I think for each person, they might experience a little bit of anxiety, harder breathing. Sometimes they don't even know why specific emotions come up. They're more reactive.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's until they slow down and really take a look deep down inside, do they realize, hey, my body's telling me something's not right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I think like you said, the example of, when someone gets, off in their moods, they're not normally snapping at people, but they're snapping at people and they're wondering why, or sometimes maybe even a generalized anxiety that doesn't really have an obvious cause for the anxiety. It's just not knowing why. I know for me, when I notice when my nervous system is off or dysregulated is my emotional eating. I start with I realize that, oh, my anxiety is causing me to eat a lot more, a lot more junk food than I normally would. But it's like my signal to myself, and then I stop and go, okay, wait, something's going on here. This is not just I'm not hungry, I'm just eating because I'm emotionally charged in some way.
Yes.
Right. So are there any steps that you can offer people who might be watching or listening today that, might be in that place where they know or they feel that their nervous system is dysregulated, but are there any gentle things they can do to start that journey?
Yes, absolutely. And things they can do on their own as well.
Yeah.
Something like very slow movement, really feeling into the body, tapping into the senses.
Like a slow stretching kind of, okay. Yep.
And then getting into breath work as well. Really,
yes.
Really feeling that breath flow through, really calming the nervous system that in those aspects, or even grounding, walking outside in nature.
Yeah,
yes,
that does a lot for healing too. So it's interesting too that your business really blends the ancient technology, the ancient wisdom, let's say, from based on the Kintsugi practice or belief, with modern modalities like the PMF that you mentioned, and the hydrogen therapy too. I'm not familiar with that either. But why was that important for you to blend both of those, like the ancient and the modern, in your work?
Sure, it's not a one size fits all. So I mean, everybody's different, and we find that with each person, sometimes they need a little bit more of a healing touch. So I think getting back into nature, introducing ancient traditions can really bring down, get people more connected to their bodies. Some people are averse to technology. They're afraid of...
I see. So you're offering both for whatever the person might be welcoming or more comfortable with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with some people, there are contraindications as well. If they have metal in their body, or they're working with a pacemaker, they wouldn't be able to qualify to be a candidate for certain technologies.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's good that you can offer both for people that want to start this journey of the wellness and want to be able to try out some of the offerings that you have, but might not be, ready for the modern technology piece, but you can still bring in the ancient wisdom and the healing modalities that can meet their needs with wherever they are in the moment. Yeah. That's really great. And you also mentioned the slowing down and the breathing. Do you do work with somatic breathing as well, or anything like that? Okay,
yes,
so you would help someone with that?
Yes, I'll introduce that into the session.
Okay.
Really watching where they are in their breath work and in their journey. And some people don't even realize they're holding their breaths.
Oh, right, right. I think I do that too.
Yeah, I think all of us do at some
we all
point.
do. That's good to know. But yeah, I think so. I think it's like until you realize that you're holding your breath, you're like, I don't really, I don't know what to do, or I'm really hyper-focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's really great what you can share with people is paying attention to the breath so that they notice when they're really holding their breath.
Yes.
Then they could do something.
Yeah.
Right. That's great. And so you also offer some specific modalities for women.
Yes.
Can you talk about what you do
Yes.
for those? Yep.
I offer a pelvic restoration works with folks working through incontinence, postpartum.
Oh, really great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Incontinence, postpartum, also like menopausal issues,
Yes,
anything like that?
absolutely, yes.
Menopausal issues, that's great.
Working with pelvic health, because it's something so many of us struggle with, but we don't really talk about. We're not open about it.
Oh, not at all.
No.
You're right. Many people, I think, struggle with that, and also for those of us who have those kinds of symptoms, like you mentioned, either the incontinence or the menopausal symptoms, the physical symptoms that go along, as well as the emotional things that go along with many of the issues that we might have as women. There's really, where do you go? You can go to your doctor, but you get kind of a pill to solve the symptom, but it sounds like what you offer can really help on a much deeper level.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not giving many options in terms of support.
True.
And we're hoping that this gives people more of a variety and really dive deeper into a way to connect with their bodies on a whole level.
Yeah. So can you maybe give some examples of either any of the women's services or some of the services that you provide where someone who had come to you with, really struggling with some physical pain or physical injury or issues that maybe you help them with?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the popular one is the PEMF I offer, which is the pulse electromagnetic fields.
Okay.
We work on calming the nervous system. Many people come to work on their chronic injuries, their pain. More recently, I've been working with someone who's been working on frozen shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, that's painful. Yeah.
they mentioned after a couple of sessions, it's now no longer there.
Really?
Yes.
So describe the PEMF process. Are they lying on a table, and is it just like how does that work? What is the experience like?
Yes. So I'll set them up on a massage table. So on the table, I'll have a PMF pad, which is connected to the main unit.
Okay.
But along with the pad, I'll use an additional attachment, which is mostly a loop. Sometimes we can do a double loop as well, depending on what we're targeting. But what I usually do is I'll use a big loop, start off around the neck, really bringing down the nervous system, bringing oxygen and blood flow straight up to the brain so they can really ease into the session.
So what are they feeling? Are they feeling just
some
energy or?
Some pulses.
Pulses,
yes,
okay.
Really small pulses. And oftentimes we're working on a desk, computer, tech neck. Right?
Yes.
Strains.
Yeah. We all got that.
We all have that, yes, unfortunately. And so we're bringing all of that down before we work through the rest of the body. And it's very interesting because when you're laying on the pad, it brings charges to the body, but when we're using the loop over the body kind of feels a sensation that arises. Now, it really depends on what's going on in the body. Sometimes I might think there's some shoulder issues, and so we'll place the coil over the shoulder, but they're experiencing pain traveling down their back and down their leg. So we realize that it's much, much deeper than that, and it could be sciatica, it could be an old injury. We don't know.
It could be anything, right?
Yes.
And it could be multiple things.
Exactly.
I'm sure, too. If someone had maybe an accident or something, had multiple injuries, that could be
a long-standing injury that they were not aware of, that they thought was taken care of.
Wow. And then they feel it again. So if anything, or if nothing else, people leave there feeling more grounded.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Calm, typically pain-free.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better than before, yes.
Wow, that's great. And so people can come back to you for maybe a series of sessions, like you were saying? How does that work? Like over a monthly or weekly basis?
It really depends on the case.
Okay.
We have people coming back twice a week, and now not just twice a week. They start off with 1 hour sessions. Now 2 hour sessions per day.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
In a day.
Yes.
Okay. So it's 2 hours of lying there on the table receiving that the electromagnetic pulse frequency. Wow. Okay. And then leaving renewed.
Yes.
And refreshed. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you talk about too that there's this metaphor that you talk about with trusting that moment between holding and release on our healing journey. What can you explain that?
Yes.
What you mean by that?
So oftentimes we hang on to the notion of I have to heal myself.
Yeah.
Rather than being present with where we are and acknowledging those very parts of us.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I find that having practiced aerial silks, it really allowed me the opportunity to really explore where where I am and what I'm feeling in each moment presently, because I can't think so far ahead.
Right. So explain that, the aerial silks. That's fascinating.
Yes.
What that is for people who aren't familiar with it.
Aerial silks, I'm reclining from about 14, 16 feet high.
So you're hanging from the ceiling on a
Correct.
piece of silk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you're moving around at the same time.
It's the wildest thing.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yes.
it.
It's such an incredible experience, and
Yeah.
I honestly credit COVID for giving me that opportunity to really dive
Oh.
into this practice.
Wow. So it was
Yes.
COVID that really took you inward
Yes,
to
and
start this journey. Yeah.
all the studios were closed, so I didn't have a choice. I needed to move my body in different ways, and
Yeah.
I lived a block away from the studio,
Ah.
which is incredible.
Right. So what you
Yes.
were talking about, that moment
Yes.
that you were talking about between the holding and the release is important, as you said, because when you're an aerialist, you have to focus 100% on your body in the moment.
Right where
Right.
you are.
Right where you are. You can't be
Yes.
thinking about what somebody said to you that made you angry earlier that day or anything like that. You have to be right there in the moment.
Yes.
So what is that like? You know, what's that moment in between, you know, that moment of really 100% focus on your body?
It's scary because you don't know what's happening next. You
Yeah.
you cannot
I imagine.
anticipate. But at the same time, you fully embrace where you are. You can really be in your body and feel. And it's exciting too, because you really don't know what's going to happen after.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Yes, it sounds scary and exciting, but it's also like surrender, right?
Huge.
You're surrendering to the moment.
Yes.
Wow. And surrendering to this piece of fabric that's holding you up from the ceiling.
Lots of trust there.
Lots of trust.
Yes. And that goes
Yeah.
along with so much in life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I could think about that, about how much growth you experience in those little moments, right? How much personal growth of like, oh, I can surrender, I can trust,
Yes.
I know I'm okay, but I still don't know what's going to happen next. I still don't know.
Yeah.
So, so that's incredible that you've been able to incorporate that journey of yourself, for yourself, and also weave it into your work as you help others
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So, yeah. So what if someone is, you know, watching or listening today who might feel really fractured or stuck right now, you know, maybe just, maybe in that place where you were during COVID, where you were like, okay, now I have to rethink my life, you know, everything that I thought I was working towards, or who I was, or who I thought I was, is now changing. And what do you think, you know, what would you want them to know just from watching the show today?
Everything's going to be fine. You need to trust and lean into how you feel and really reconnect to that part of your body.
Yeah.
And the emotion, because our bodies tell us so much about ourselves, we have no idea. And
Right.
you know, it doesn't even take so much of your time. Really, the moment we let go of everything that we're trying to create, you know, with so much of that control aspect, we start to loosen everything up, and then we find a different type of bliss that comes through.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for describing that, because I was like seeing it as you were talking about it too, because it's like just thinking of those few moments that are so powerful, that can do so much shifting
Yes.
for you. So if you're feeling stuck or lost or don't know where to begin, just coming in and giving yourself, surrendering to the
Yes.
moment. You don't have to hang from the ceiling to do it, you know,
You
but you can
could.
surrender. But you could surrender in the moment and be able to really acknowledge your breath, your body, coming back to your body, which I do believe, as you do, that your body holds the answers, right?
Yes.
Your body holds the answers of not only all the experiences that you've had, but also the answers of how to heal
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
You believe that too. So what's next for you? Do you have anything looking into the future? Anything that you'd like to do next?
We are expanding. So
You're
we will be adding some more modalities in the upcoming months.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I know you've worked very hard to bring this business into fruition. Yeah, so it's been a long journey, right?
Yes, we'll be 1 year of
1 year.
opening tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Oh my
you.
gosh, that's a reason to celebrate, definitely.
Yes.
I know that feeling your first year, you're like, I made it. Because so many businesses don't make it past, year 1 or year 2. It's like, yay, definitely a reason to celebrate. And,
Yes.
and small businesses in our community are so important for the vibrance and the variety and the diversity of our community too. So good for you. That's
Thank you.
exciting. Wonderful. So please tell everybody how to find you, how to contact you, if they want to experience what you have to offer.
Yes, I can be found at KintsugiWellness.life through Instagram, Facebook, or the website. And our number is on there. They can connect with me on socials if they wanted to.
Great. And then, like you said, you do offer consultation if
Yes.
someone is maybe not really sure about the PMF or the hydrogen therapy, the things that you offer might be like, I don't really know what I want, but I feel like I want to try something. I've been dealing with this pain or this issue for a long time that hasn't responded to other types of healing. So to give it a try and to have that time with you to kind of dig deep and see what might work for them.
Yes,
Great.
yes. I mean, we welcome everyone in, really be open to the different modalities that we offer. Looking forward to meeting everyone.
Yeah, great. Thank you. And is there any final thing you'd like everyone to know? Any last thoughts or anything?
Really, I think being able to be a witness to where you've come and in life, it's really important because we're so busy on focusing on what's next.
Right. Yeah, that's really good advice. Yeah, thinking about like where you've come, how far you've come, and not worrying about what's next.
So far ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you, all of you, for watching or listening here today on Rise, Heal, and Grow with Leah M. Hill. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on whatever platform you're joining us on today. And if you'd like to be a guest here on the show, it's very easy. All you have to do is go to apollosunrise.com/podcast. Fill out the online form. There's an FAQ sheet as well that you can read and get all the information that you need. But I'd love to have you as a guest. And please join us again soon because we have lots more episodes coming up.